Hey YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I wanted to talk about something that happened to me a couple years ago. This happened in, I guess, 2012 from what I remember. And so the time gap of this story might not be too it could be a blur. So if you if you see me looking down, I took some notes. So I wanted to talk about that time when I was in high school. I got drugged in high school. Um, I think the whole reason how this came about, now that I'm thinking about it, because I keep thinking about what had happened and stuff like that. So, from what I could remember, I think it was what caused this to happen. What I'm thinking, I'm not sure. So I'm assuming this is what happened. So I guess at that time, I was living in this foster home. I was living in a foster home, and I was hanging out with this girl named Bernice, and I was living with her, so she would be like my foster sister and stuff like that in foster care. And I was going to this high school, Los Amigos High School, so I started my junior year at Los Amigos High School, and then I was finishing my junior year. I think that's what happened. So what had happened was that I think Bernice wasn't talking to this guy Gillerman, I guess, back in the day. I guess I don't know what happened, that I got myself involved, and then come to find out that I was talking to this girl. I don't know what happened, that me and this girl had an altercation, but I think that was the same year that shit went down. So me and Jocelyn got into a fight. She ended up beating my ass. So that happened. And then I think what caused me I think what caused me to get drugged, now that I'm thinking about it, was because I think I told Bernice's ex-boyfriend at that time, or at that time I told him that she had cheated with him, with another guy, the guy that I knew. It was one of my homies and stuff like that at the time. And I think the time when that happened was when I was in lunchtime. I was finishing my lunch and stuff, so it was lunchtime. And then all I can remember was that Miriam and Bernice, or Bernice and Miriam, were there. And I guess I finished my lunch for some reason, and then Miriam and I think, from now that I remember, I don't think Miriam took any of whatever she had given me. At that time, I didn't know that it was ecstasy and Molly put together, and it was in a gum, so I didn't know. So, and now that I'm thinking about it and I'm visualizing it or analyzing it, that's what had happened. So now that I remember, Miriam and Bernice never took anything, so it kind of took me by surprise that I was the only one that took it. Me being stupid and me being dumb, I thought it was gum. I didn't think anything of it. So that had happened, and I was going to my economics class, and then I was actually like I had the urge to run, because for the people that know, I usually don't like to run, nor I like sports, and I don't like doing any like sporting stuff or whatever. So I had the urge to run so bad. And then after that, I think my foster mom had told me, I think it was my 5th period or 6th period, I wasn't feeling well. I think my English class was my last class that I had to take, and I get a text message from my foster sister Priscilla. She told me like, "Hey, I think I think she texted me saying, "Hey, I think you guys need to I think you guys are gonna have to walk home and stuff." So then, come to find out that I was already tripping. So, but then at the same time, I remember that day that I was drinking a Monster. Now that I'm remembering, I drank the Monster, and to top it off, I took that drug that I didn't even know that it was a drug. So the fact that I had to walk, I felt like the walk to the house, because back then I used to live by by Hazard and the Rosita Park. So that's how I had to walk through Los Amigos, and then I don't know. So long story short, that I felt like the the city, the streets were like too long for me. They looked like a freaking like what is that called? Like a long stretch of like streets. So I was having a bad trip that day, and I came home. I don't know what happened. That I had the urge to like run and do bicycles and stuff. Like back then, I was like in the bicycle with or I was gonna go ride bikes with Bernice's brother. So now that I remember, I knew who I was. I ended up being in a cop car, and then all of a sudden, people were saying that I was naked, and I don't know, this whole shit that happened. I don't even remember that happening. And then for some reason, I just didn't want to do anything. I was just there, and I wanted like, I don't know. It was just so weird that they were saying, my foster mom was saying that I was like naked in the streets. I don't even remember any of it, because like I'm saying, like I had a bad trip. So I ended up going to the hospital that day. My foster mom and my foster dad ended up taking me to the hospital, which was an emergency room. So I remember going to the emergency room, and then I actually that I remember I got hospitalized that day. My sister didn't know anything of this. So my foster mom would tell my sister that I didn't want to talk to my siblings. But now that I'm thinking, I guess they didn't want to tell my sister because I think they were saying that I didn't want to talk to my siblings. But at that time, I was going through a lot. Like for people that know that I actually had like to emancipate from foster care. So some of you that know or know about foster care, I actually had to emancipate. So that means I had to look for a job. I needed to look for an apartment for myself. And then I was under a lot of stress, and I was about to graduate, so I had a lot of things on my plate. So that's what had to happen. And it's just like it comes to it, like they didn't tell my sister anything, and then my sister came to find out that she was talking to my mentor. From what she told me, my sister said that she was trying to get a hold of my mentor at that time, and she was saying that she was gonna come down from San Diego, because at that time she was living in San Diego, and she was gonna come to Orange County. So I guess she was coordinating with my CASA mentor to come down, and then my sister I don't even remember my sister being my sister. So that's how you know that I had a bad trip, that I was on the verge of dying. And it's just like I don't think that's fair, that I ended up being hospitalized, and I got drugged, I got hospitalized, and I even like took to this day, like I feel like I have a blur in my brain, because for some things I remember and some things I don't remember. It's just hard because like people think that they're the shit when they're not, and it's just like this topic is a lot for me, because I just want to expose the people that they almost killed me, and like the fact that they think that they're the shit, they're hot shit. Now the two girls that fucking drugged me, Bernice and Miriam, are single moms now, and it's just like it comes to it makes me laugh, because I'm like, you try to do good things, like good people try to do good things, and then the good people that are trying to be mean to me end up having like life's a bitch, like Lil Wayne would say. And it's just like I am living in a different state now. I'm no longer in California. I actually in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I feel like, from what I've heard, people have told me that they're not doing too good, or like they're single moms and they're struggling. And it came to a point where Bernice would hit me up and say like, hey, do you have money? Can you let me borrow some money? And I would be like, no, I'm sorry, at the moment I can't. And she would hit me up for money for food, and then for like even an Uber. And I'm like, okay. So like I don't know. It's just like life's a bitch sometimes because she wanted to be all this tough bitch, and then she's trying to be like I feel like at the same time she would be jealous of me because it came to a point where she was trying to hook up with my ex-boyfriend, and that's scandalous as shit. Like, why would you want to hook up with one of your like you consider friends, wanna you would wanna like fuck their ex-boyfriend? Like, that's kind of nasty to me. But anyways, that's a different topic. But I just want to let you guys know that to take care of yourself, be careful, because I know my sister would always tell me, she would be like, Anna, be careful, Anna, be careful. I don't trust Bernice. Bernice is like not a good influence towards you. And it makes me sad that my sister all along was right. And it's just like, at the moment you're too blind to see, or too blind to like listen to your siblings or your sister and stuff like that. And I am thankful that my sister told me to like not hang out with her and stuff like that. But I came to realize that your friends aren't your friends, like my sister would say. And people would backstab you and stuff like that. So the fact that I have my sister, like, even though I get mad at the moment with my sister, I'm like, no, you're just being a bitch or whatever, blah blah blah, you don't want to listen to me, or you just don't want to like me, you don't want me to have friends and stuff like that. And she's like, Anna, you just have to be careful, because not a lot of people that people say are your friends aren't your friends. And it is true, I do believe in that. And I see that because my sister is always right. No matter if I'm mad or if I make my sister upset, she's always right at the end of the day. Not all the time, but sometimes. But it is true. And then it's just like, I ended up graduating and stuff like that. And it's just like, for the rest of my life, I would have to like, I would have to deal with mental illness because I do have bipolar and stuff like that. And it's just like, it hurts me to know that I had like, it doesn't hurt me that I have mental illness, it hurts me that I got drugged, because I didn't deserve that. Like, I am one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, but like, out of everybody, like, I was so nice to you, to the fact that you were like, you drugged me. Like, I think she drugged me in a sense because I told her boyfriend that she was cheating on another guy. And it's just like, come on, like, be honest with your relationship. And then I guess it ended up backstabbing me, and it just like ended up like biting me in the ass, and I almost lost my life over that. It, like, no guy is worth that. Like, you know, like, now that I think about it, I think it was a stupid reason for them to drug me, but at the same time, it's just like, I take this as a lesson, which I shouldn't even be taking this as a lesson. Like, I didn't do anything to people, I didn't hurt them, so it's just, it pisses me off. It's just like, I cry about it because it makes me mad, not because I feel bad for what I feel bad for what happened to me, because I didn't deserve that. But at the same time, it's just like, I know you youngsters out there, you guys are in high school, please be careful. I know my audience is a lot of women and young adults, or like pre-girls adults, like in high school and stuff like that. All I'm trying to say is be careful of your surroundings, and just don't take anything at a party. If you go to like house parties or like a rave or whatever, just be careful. And just be careful with your friends, because you can never trust anybody in this generation where we live, or the generation that we live in now, are pretty scandalous. Like, they backstab you, they hurt you and stuff like that. So I'm coming to you as a person that experienced being drugged in high school as a senior. It shit sucks. So I'm just having to talk to you guys about my life and me trying to expose people, because I've had it. Like, it hurts me up to this day that this would happen to me, and I just want you guys to be safe out there, you know. And I love you guys, and thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.